Welcome to another Coffee with Scott Covenant Cafe video. I did not realize that it had been so long since we had done one. But I want to do this one, and we're going to pick up doing some more. But I was asked two questions a few weeks ago, about a month ago. And so this is where my answer to one of those questions is going to be. Well, and that is, I was asked by several people if I would do a video talking about the difference between a reference Bible and a study Bible. And so there, you may be a person who says, well, does it really matter if you have a reference Bible or a study Bible? And the answer to that question is, it doesn't matter. It depends on what information you're trying to get out of the scriptures or in whatever study that you're doing. Sometimes a reference Bible is really all that you would need to do a study. If you want to go deeper into a study, then you would probably need a study Bible and study helps. And so our second video will be covering study helps, because I was also asked if I would do a video talking about the study helps and resources that I use, and we will be doing that video. So I want to jump right into the difference between reference Bible and study Bible. And there is a Bible that is out there even today. If you still carry a Bible with you, one very popular reference Bible, let me say it that way, that many think is a study Bible, but it's not. It is a reference Bible. And the name, or what the Bible is in the name. And that is this one right here. This is a Thompson Chain Reference Bible. And this is the King James. If you've watched another video we did about Bibles, you will know that the Thompson Chain is near and dear to my heart. This particular one is near and dear to my heart. Not that I've had this for decades. I have not. I probably had this one for a little over a decade. But as a young man getting into the ministry, my parents presented me with a Thompson Chain Reference Bible. One that looked like this. That Bible is now been given to one of my sisters that is taking care of that Bible. But the Thompson Chain is not a study Bible. And working in a Christian bookstore for many years, managing a Christian bookstore for many years, this is probably the one Bible that everybody that was looking for it called it a study Bible. But the Thompson Chain, the last that I checked, and in my opinion, is the only reference Bible that I could say could be mistaken for a study Bible. And I don't know if this camera is going to work, but if we open it up, you're going to see that there are references down the edge of this Bible. And these references have numbers here. So you could be reading, and I don't have my here's some glasses. So you're reading, and you come across the word trust in the Thompson Chain Reference Bible. This says, trust God. And it gives you a reference number, 1214. We can turn to the back of the Thompson Chain Reference Bible. And we're going to look for reference number 12 12:14. I'm sorry. $12.14. We're getting close. Getting close. So once again, I don't know if you'll see it, but here it says, trust God. 12:14, trust in God. 12:14, exhortations. And it gives you scripture, Psalms 37:3. Trust in the Lord and do good, so shalt thou dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt be fed. Psalms 37:5. Commit thy way unto the Lord, trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. Psalms 118:8. It is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in man. So it's going to give a list of scriptures to where it talks about trusting in the Lord. Now the Thompson chain, it does have an appendix. It does have charts in the back and graphs in the back. It's got an index where you can look up a word. It's going to give you the scripture, and I believe it's going to also give you numbers where you can look up the scripture references and everything to that. It's going to give you a scripture atlas, a list of maps. So while here's the maps, the Thompson chain, some of them. So while the Thompson chain is not a study Bible, it is a reference Bible. It is, in my opinion, one of the best reference Bibles. So if you're looking for a good reference Bible, I would suggest the Thompson Chain Reference Bible. Let's switch to a study Bible. My favorite study Bible, and this is a hand size of this. I've got a larger one somewhere in the house. At one time, I had about 120 Bibles that has been cut down greatly. Over the years, many have been given away. Many I still have. Very many I still have. But my favorite study Bible is put out by Holman, and it is the King James Study Bible. This is the one that I've used many, many times. And I may have given some of these. I know that I have given at least one of these away. A few weeks ago at a service, a lady walked up to me and she said, Brother Clifton, I still have that Bible that you gave me. And we talked about that Bible, and that was a larger King James Study Bible. So this is, let me find the page here. This is what the pages of a King James Study Bible is going to look like. What I like about this Bible is your topic headings are blue. So your verses are in black, but your verse numbers and your chapter number are in blue. So it's not all blending in. The gold bar separates the verses from the notes in the King James Study Bible. If you flip through here, just past one, you have timelines, once again separated by a gold line. And everything, pictures that are in, maps that are in the King James Study Bible. Let me see, here are here's a picture of a map. It's not in the back, they are right there with the notes, and they are in color. So I'm not going to go really real in depth with this Bible. There are some in the back, but it is a great study Bible. It's got an introduction to every book, like most study Bibles will. When we were managing the Christian bookstore and someone was looking for a King James study Bible, because some people are King James only. I'm not one of those people, but I do minister out of a King James because it is the most widely known and recognized. But we sold a lot of the King James study Bibles. But let's go for a minute and let's talk about commentary. The notes in this King James study Bible are good, but it really depends on what you're looking for. And I want to say this, is that commentary is not scripture. And this is something to always keep at the front of your mind when using a study Bible. Commentary is not scripture. It's just that it's commentary. And keep in mind that the notes in a study Bible are going to reflect the mind and the thoughts of the one who wrote these notes, okay? Or the people that came together to write these notes. So commentary, scripture commentary is not scripture, okay? Let's go back to reference Bibles. I want to show you, this is another Bible put out by Holman, and it's just a reference Bible. And reference Bibles are, you can get different types of reference Bibles. Let me see where the references are in this one. I have not looked at this reference Bible very much. But here's an example. If you look where that star is, it's by a verse and has a scripture reference right there. So a lot of times a scripture reference will take you to another scripture that is talking about the same subject matter in a verse. As we saw with the Thompson Chain Reference Bible, it could pick a word or words out of a verse and then take you to other places where those verses or those words appear in Scripture. Now, the next two Bibles I want to share with you are two more that I love. And I realize I said that this King James Study Bible is my favorite. Let me just say it is in a list of my favorite Bibles. The next Bible, the next two that I'm going to share with you, they're not study Bibles. They are reference Bibles. And you're going to see that I do mark in my Bibles. If that offends you, okay. This Bible, I said it's not a study Bible. It is a reference Bible. But it does have some notes. Not necessarily commentary, but notes. And I want to share with you what this Bible does. This is the keyword study Bible. Greek Hebrew keyword study Bible. And I know I told you it wasn't a study Bible. I don't consider this so much a study Bible as I do a reference Bible. But, so let's take a look at this. but this is what it looks like on the inside. And if you look at it, of course, you got references down the center column, references to the scriptures. There are words that are underlined in these verses, and they have a number beside them. Okay, so let me just, if you don't understand the Keyword Study Bible, I'm going to try to explain it to you. So you got words. Let's look at this is Daniel 8, verse 4. And I saw the ram pushing westward and northward and southward, so that no beast might stand before him. Neither was there any that could deliver out of his hand, but did according to his will, and became great. So there are numbers besides some underlined words. Beast is underlined. Could deliver is underlined. Hand is underlined. Will is underlined. Did is underlined. So these numbers, unlike the Thompson Chain Reference Bible, it's not taking you to other scriptures that contain those words, but what it is doing, those are Strong's numbers. So in the back of this Bible, there is a concordance. And you can look up the numbers, go to the back of the Bible, look up the number, and it's going to give you the definition and the meaning to that word. In the Hebrew, in the Old Testament, the New Testament is going to take you to the Greek definition and the meaning of that word. So this Bible, for me, love this Bible. And in this Bible, it does have book introductions to the book that you're reading. Like I said, it does have some notes on a couple of the pages where the scriptures are, but not on every page, not about every verse, just about topics. So this is why, even though it's called a Keyword Study Bible, I don't necessarily consider this a study Bible as much as I do a reference Bible. This is a wonderful tool. When I bought this Bible, I think probably sold for $54. And that was many years ago when I was running or managing the Christian bookstore and wanting to dig a little deeper into the understanding the definition of words, what they meant, even go dig deeper than that. This Bible will not give you a deep dive into the words, but it will give you a place to start. And I used this Bible many years, still use this Bible in my studying, but when I was leading congregations, this was one of my go-tos. I carried this everywhere. Wonderful tool. But I had, this next one is another one I want to share with you. I've used this one extensively. But I had a member in one of my congregations came to Sabbath service, and they had this under their arm. And a lot of times when I had a congregation member come into a church and they had a Bible, I would buy the same Bible that they had because I wanted to know what they were seeing, what this information the Bible gave. This is the Restoration Study Bible. Now, the Restoration Study Bible is put out by a Sabbath fellowship. The Restoration Study Bible is, we can see here, is similar to the Keyword Study Bible. Now, let me say this. It does a little bit more than what the Keyword Study Bible does. The Restoration Study Bible has numbers by words, unlike the Keyword Study Bible. The Restoration Study Bible has numbers by almost every word. Their words that they've got numbers by are not underlined like the keyword, but they are by almost every word. And they also have book introductions. I'm trying to find, they do have, let's see, notes. They do have, here at the bottom, you see, they do have more commentary about verses and subjects in the chapters that they have here. I know several people that have this Bible. This Bible also has charts. If you look on the other page right here, it's also got Did You Know? So it's got all kinds of other things where the Keyword Study Bible lacks. But it has the same concept. It has, in the back of the Bible, you take whatever number you're wanting to look at, you flip to the back, you look up the number, and it's going to give you a definition of that word. But the definition of the words in this Bible are not as in depth as they are in the Keyword Study Bible. Because I've had both of those for several years. They are marked up. I've got post-it notes, pieces of paper, just all kinds of things in these where I have used them. I still pull them off the shelf. I still flip through them. I still study with them and compare them. And just let me reiterate that commentary in a Bible is not scripture. It is the thoughts and opinions of who put that commentary together. Let's go reference Bible. Let's talk about this. This is the Complete Jewish Bible. This is not a study Bible. This is a reference Bible. And probably many are familiar with how it looks on the inside. And in the Complete Jewish Bible, the references are at usually the bottom of the page. They're not scattered throughout like some of the other reference Bibles we've seen. I think he uses letters instead of numbers. So you'll be reading a verse, and it may, somewhere in the verse by word, have the letter A. And you can look at the bottom of the page, look up the letter A, and it's going to have corresponding scriptures. What I like about the Complete Jewish Bible is in the New Testament, if you're reading, when you're reading the New Testament, okay, like here, there is right down there where my finger is a scripture reference that leads you back to the Old Testament. So there are many places where if you find the letter, and then you come down here, find the scripture, it's going to take you to the Old Testament, where if you've got someone quoting a scripture, it's going to take you to the Old Testament reference where you can go back and say, see, this is where the writer is pulling that from. So that's a great reference Bible. But, and some of you may have already said it, there is a complete Jewish study Bible. And so you still got the references in it, and you do have some commentary. Let me say this. In the Old Testament, the commentary for this comes out of the Jewish Publication Society's Tanakh study Bible. So the commentary in here is from rabbis in this complete Jewish study Bible. I think the commentary in the New Testament, and I'm looking because I have a complete Jewish Bible commentary. And I'm not trying to drag this out. I probably should have looked for that before I got on here. But if I remember correctly, the commentary in the New Testament is David Stern. Dr. David Stern wrote that commentary. So this is why I say you have to be careful with what commentary you are reading. I've got one more study Bible that I want to share with you. And this is a good study Bible if you are a note taker. And this is another study Bible that I have had for decades. And they just about wore it out. But this is the Ryrie Study Bible. You see the commentary here on the bottom. Scripture references here along the edge. But the thing I liked about this one was, as you can see, it's got wide margins, and those wide margins were for expressly taking notes and making notes in the Bible. And so, talking about making notes, one of my favorite Bible versions, I think if you look down this channel, you're going to find a video where we talked about Bible versions. One of my favorite is the ESV. And this is a single column journaling Bible, ESV. And I know several people that have one of these. And if you open it up, you can see you've got spaces here on the edge to make your notes. Even here, even inside, over here, you've got room to make notes. And I brought this one up because if you are a note taker, a Bible like this, and this is a reference Bible, would be great. I have used this one for many years, and that's even been loaned out. People have asked me, do you have an ESV Bible that I can use? And so I'll loan it out and let them use the ESV Bible. So that is all I want to say about the reference Bibles versus study Bibles, or study Bible versus reference Bible. There is a difference. Now, as I said in the beginning, is there a reason to feel less than if you don't have a study Bible and all you have is a reference Bible? The answer to that question is no. They are both very useful if you want to study the Scriptures, dig deep into the Scriptures. A study Bible is just going to give you commentary, where a reference Bible does not give you any commentary And as I have said, um, commentary is just opinion of whoever is writing the commentary. It's not scripture. It's their opinion, their thoughts on that scripture. So I am not, me personally, I am not a big commentary person. I'm not going to say, I have not said that I don't read, if I'm using one of the study Bibles, the commentary. But as I read it, I'll weigh it. Is it true? And a lot of times I will even take that commentary and then go and look at history. Is what this person's saying is taking place, or what they're saying on the subject of what was said, is it correct? Um, and you would be surprised that how many times, if they're trying to give you a context, or if they're trying to uh, give you some piece of information, uh, sometimes it's not correct what they've given you. Or if they're trying to tell you what a writer or a speaker in the time that it was being written or said is saying or trying to say, many times that's not correct. So that's why I don't push commentary so much. My thing is, I push study. The Apostle Paul pushed study. The Apostle Paul said himself to Timothy, study to show yourself approved unto God. Um, that's why I just don't read the Bible. I study the Bible. I dig into the Bible. Our next video, as I said, I was asked to make a video by several people talking about study Bibles, reference Bibles. I was asked by those same people if I would do a video talking about study tools. Let's put it that way. Study tools on how to dig deep into the scriptures. That's going to come up next. That will come up next week. I thank you for watching. I thank you for supporting Coffee with Scott. I thank you for supporting Covenant Coffee. You can find Coffee with Scott on Facebook also. Just type in Coffee with Scott. That will take you to our Facebook page. And there also with Coffee with Scott is our Covenant Cafe business, where we roast coffee beans. We sell roasted coffee beans. We grind coffee beans if requested that have been roasted. We mail those out. So I just want to say thank you for supporting us. We appreciate it, and it has not gone unnoticed. This is Friday afternoon, just a little bit before sunset. So let me say an early Shabbat Shalom.